Never mind the glitch. Hello, 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 and hello. Welcome to Newsline. Your Sunday lens to, of course, Nigeria and beyond. And the sun, of course, sets on yet another Sunday. And Newsline brings you captivating events and stories from around the world. We're all raised in an environment that is ever-changing and impacting our behaviors and actions, from the quirky and bizarre stories that defy our expectations to events that stand out for their uniqueness. All of this will feature in our package tonight. Newsline would also feature extraordinary journey of a monarch in Nigeria and the enduring impact of his reign on generations past, present, and future. And from the ancient rituals to modern festivals, culture and traditions are evolving in content, but remain the code that binds us together. And as always, Newsline is not short of vibrant tapestry of our humanity, encapsulated in worship centers and other shared cultural experiences. Life is a precious gift, and every milestone deserves to be celebrated. So join us tonight as we share some of those touching stories of resilience, triumph, and joy of living. Now, what about weddings? Love, they say, transcends boundaries, and so do the paraphernalia that accompany it. So tonight, we'll be sharing with you colorful and diverse wedding customs that celebrate the union of two souls. So now, let's turn our attention to tonight's top stories with clubless Elizabeth Omorui, who is not happy with Arsenal's victory tonight. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello, Claire. But you know I'm a big fan of the Super Eagles. You know that. You do, right? Thank you so much for joining us on the news segment. We begin with the Chadian presidential election. President Bola Tinubu extends his warm congratulations to the President-elect of the Republic of Chad, Mohamed Deby, on his election victory. President Tinubu affirms that the successful conduct of elections in the nation highlights the commitment of the government and the people of Chad to democracy and orderly transitions in the region. He assures the President-elect Deby that Nigeria will continue to work closely with the Republic of Chad as both countries seek to enhance peace, security, and shared prosperity for mutual benefit. President Tinubu wishes the President-elect success as he assumes his noble service to the people of Chad. To economic matters, 5 executive orders underway to ensure downtrend of inflation and promote economic growth, among other issues, in a matter of days. This is as the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms meet to consolidate on progress of work on critical reforms. Benny Adams reports.
Because of school, one day she showed me 11 agencies that I can see the plan.
Representing the Vice President of Nigeria, Dr. Aliu Modibo's family is among millions of Nigerians who are victims of more than 60 official and 200 unofficial taxes, levies and dues in Nigeria today. A situation the organized private sector say does not support business growth.
Your administration has a unique opportunity to make a difference so that businesses as corporate citizens will have their rights protected and their businesses guaranteed.
Now, beyond proposals, mechanisms for sustainable implementation is being worked upon.
Up until the end of June, we envisage by the Q3, our documents will be ready to go to the National Assembly, and by the end of that Q3, we should have them enacted into law. But where we have executive orders, directive regulations that don't require enactment into law.
So far, The grand plan to reducing Nigeria's existing payable taxes from 62 to a maximum of 9 and raking in more revenues for government is being achieved. The esteemed members of the committee, numbering more than 70, say now is that time for the critical reforms bordering on legislation to ensuring sustainable implementation of the proposed amendments. In Abuja, Benny Adams, NTA News.
And northern governors are working round the clock to address pressing problems affecting the region, such as insecurity and poverty. Jigawa State Governor Umar Namadi and his Sokoto State counterpart Ahmad Aliyu met in Dutse towards achieving this aim. Mohammed Musa Askira reports.
Ahmad Aliyu was in Dutse to condole with the Jigawa State Governor and his wife over the demise of his father-in-law recently. The Sokoto Governor, who proceeds to Dutse from his week-long working visit to United Kingdom, says Jigawa and Sokoto have many things in common. As such, the two governors are working together to see to the developments of the two states. On what the governors are doing to address challenges affecting the socio-economic well-being of their respective states, the Sokoto governor notes that all the northern governors are working with the federal government around the clock to ensure that problems of security, poverty and inflation are permanently addressed in the country. Governor Umar Namadi appreciates his Sokoto State's counterpart for the visit, assuring that the two states have things to learn from each other. As such, the relationship will work stronger with time.
We express our heartfelt condolences. We pray the God Almighty to give you the fortitude to bear the love.
I appreciate this. The people of Jigawa State appreciate this because we are living with this what is happening. So I really appreciate it and I thank you very much and I pray Allah will do most of it.
The Sokoto State Governor was accompanied on the visit by his wife Fatima Ahmed Aliyu to the Jigawa Government House. Prayers were offered for the repose of the deceased. From Dutse, Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
The Oba Sikuru Adetona School of Governance, sited at the Olabisi Onabanjo University, has been inaugurated. This part of activities marking the 90th birthday and 64th coronation anniversary of the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebu-land. Globacom, one of the telecommunication giants known for promoting the cultural heritage of Nigeria, while congratulating the monarch, also commends him for the initiative. Anthony Gandono reports.
That was Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebu-land, who just attained the nonagenarian age and also celebrated 64 years on the throne. Globacom, a telecommunication giant, has contributed immensely to the development of Ijebu-land and showcasing Ijebu cultural heritage. The company was not left out in this unique event, particularly the inauguration of Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetona School of Governance, sited in Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agowe. The inauguration was part of activities marking the 90th birthday and 64 years of Awujale on the throne. The chairman of Globacom, Otumba Mike Adenuga, while felicitating the Awujale, commended the monarch for his unwavering dedication to his kingdom and subjects. The chairman wished Oba Adetona more successful reign and prayed for a sound health filled with joy and happiness. The Vice-Chancellor of Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agoiwe, Professor Ayodeji Agbola, in his words said the celebrant has contributed immensely to the growth of the institution.
On behalf of the university community, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to your revered benefactor and philanthropist, Alayelua Oba Dr. Sikiru Kayode Adetona.
The state governor, Dakpo Abiodun, who pointed out that the monarch's love for good governance and the development of the nation facilitated the establishment of Oba Sikiru Adetona School of Governance, congratulated the Awujale for the journey so far.
We salute this living legend and our great and admirable monarch has continued to represent the totality of what the Ijebu stand for.
A book titled Reinventing Governance in Nigeria, the Oba Sikiru Adetona model, was presented to the public. The book summarizes the personal character of the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetono. In Ijebu-Ode, Anthony Gandonu, NTA News.
And President Bola Tinubu congratulates Justice Mary Odili, retired Supreme Court judge, on the special occasion of her birthday. Justice Odili, an eminent jurist, was the deputy chairman of the National Judicial Council, serving as deputy to the chairman, Chief Justice of the Federation at the nation's apex judicial commission. She was also president of the National Association of Women Judges of Nigeria and chairperson of the Body of Benches, where she led pioneering reforms such as retooling of the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee by constituting 3 panels, expediting their processes, ensuring efficiency, and reviving the Body of Benches. President Tinubu celebrates the legal servant for her work in uplifting the downtrodden and wishes her many more years of service to the nation in good health. In other news, the management of the Nigerian Television Authority says it is ready to collaborate with the West African Action Network on small arms against gun violence. The assurance was given during a courtesy visit to NTA headquarters by members of the non-governmental organization in Abuja. Francis Udojo reports.
It's a fact that the development of any society largely depends on the will and commitment of the people to ensure peace and unity strive. It is for this reason and the need to sensitize and also discourage the youth against gun violence that the West African Action Network Group initiated a visit to NTA for collaboration. Bringing words into action is the theme for this year's campaign.
I want to use this opportunity to appeal to Mr. President to do all the necessary things possible to support the media organizations, both private and public, so that we can collectively unite towards achieving peace for the unity of this country, sustainability of this country.
The Executive Director News, Ayo Adeoye, who described the visit as a necessity that requires attention and collaboration, represented the Director General of NTA, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos.
We are partners in progress, so we require you to just furnish us with your program of action to know where we can key in, so that we can together, address this issue of proliferation. It's a big issue that every hand must be on deck.
In another development, this symposium seeks to provide adaptable solutions to the likes of Adewale, who is not only jobless, but lacks capital to start a business.
Lack of job. Even those that even have, maybe those people that enroll in 1 or 2 handwork, but they don't even have capital.
Chief Executive Officer of Cash Token Reward Africa and other speakers at the event emphasized the importance of entrepreneurship and technological innovations for aspiring youths to thrive.
Maintain a deliberate database of young people in power across the country to measure their performance.
We must get out of the value of self-pity, and we cannot be educated and then become functional illiterates.
Our youth should embrace wealth creation.
In a message, the Director General of NTA, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembo, says the future can be bleak if the youths refuse to tag along with life-changing initiatives of the government to make their aspirations realizable.
You have to believe in this country. By so doing, you will believe in yourself and you'll be able to put in your quota to the development of this country.
As they urged the youths to rise to the task, DG of the NTA, notable individuals and organizations were honored for their contributions to nation building. Francis Udojo, NTA News.
To drug interception, a 75-year-old grandfather and a 70-year-old grandmother have been arrested for allegedly dealing in illicit drugs, as operatives of the National Drug Enforcement Agency intercept 3 trailers loaded with opioids comprising thousands of pills and bottles of codeine syrup at Amuwo Dolphin local government area of Lagos State. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim brings us details.
The multi-billion naira consignments were loaded in 3 trailer trucks comprising 3,450,000 pills and 344,000 bottles of codeine syrup at a warehouse in Abuja, where NDLEA officers eventually arrested the suspect in connection with the seizure on Thursday, 9th May 2024. Similarly, another 160 liters of codeine syrup were recovered from 2 different suspects on the same day in Lagos State. NDLEA operatives on Saturday, 11th May, raided the Igwe Forest in Ovia Northeast local government area of Edo State, where more than 11,000 kilograms of cannabis was destroyed on 3 farms measuring 4.65 hectares, while additional 188 kilograms of the same psychoactive substance was recovered and a suspect arrested during the overnight operation. A 75-year-old grandpa was on Friday, 10th May, arrested with 7.5 kilograms of cannabis in Ekiti State during a raid operation, while a 70-year-old grandma was nabbed with 15.6 kilograms of same substance on Thursday, 9th May, during a raid in Makurdi, Benue State. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
To other news, a combined security operation rescued some of the students abducted by gunmen at the Conference University of Science and Technology, Oshara, Kogi State. A statement by the Commissioner for Information, Kingsley Femi Fawon, explains that local vigilante and security agents engaged the kidnappers in a gun battle in the bush, and many of the kidnappers escaped with gunshot wounds. Some of the students kidnapped and others in captivity were rescued and taken to medical facilities for proper attention. Security agents are currently combing the forest to ensure all the kidnapped students are found and brought home safely. He urges residents to report anyone with gunshot wounds found in their communities to law enforcement agencies. Now, chieftains of the All Progressives Congress urge opposition leaders to lend their experiences to the process of nation building and avoid anything that can destabilize the nation or efforts of the current administration to rebuild confidence in the nation's economy. This was during a media briefing on the state of the nation. Abubakar Akwanga tells us more.
Nigeria's economy is gradually gaining track, and the man in the driver's seat is not relenting in taking the nation's destiny out of its present situation. But negative remarks by some leaders of different political alignment are now necessitating reactions from these concerned APC chieftains.
I once again appeal to our elder statesmen, Atiku Abubakar and Mr. Peter Obi, to tread the path of statesmanship and contribute to the development of Nigeria through strategic advice to Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the way forward at this critical moment in our nationhood.
The stakeholders urged organized labor to be considerate and dialogue on what is visible as minimum wage in line with present economic reality.
I advise the NLC to tread the path of maturity on issues of national importance, such as the national wage discourse with government. There are some state governments in Nigeria that cannot afford to implement even 30,000. And you are talking of 615. Where is the government going to get the money from? That's it.
Confederation of APC support groups commended the FCT command of the Nigerian police in succeeding in the fight against crimes and criminalities and urged them to remain steadfast until success is achieved. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
Talking AI, the church is spreading its message on AI with the use of the media to proclaim the values it sees that are beneficial for human development. Adiola Komiakere reports on benefits of AI as Nigerians celebrate this year's World Communications Day.
Artificial intelligence, AI, simply means computers performing complex tasks with speed and accuracy that only humans could hitherto perform. In spite of a development, however, there are concerns about this technology and the dangers it portends for man. In his message to practitioners, Pope Francis urges humanity to cultivate wisdom of the heart in the age of artificial intelligence and grow in humanity. The Catholic Archbishop of Lagos, who reiterated the Pope's message, said the Church realizes that AI, artificial intelligence, is a reality and enjoined mankind to see its value and avoid the negative use of a technology.
We should not look at all the negatives and therefore say this is of no benefit. But at the same time, we should not idolize artificial intelligence to the extent that we are so taken up by all that it is able to do that we are not able to recognize its shortcomings.
Communication workers, while speaking on the day, thanked God for another year, promising to work assiduously in their various fields of endeavor.
AI should make us sit up and make us do our job correctly. AI should not make us to be docile. I just pray that it is going to be for the good of the world, the church, and then every other person that is involved.
The world has become digital, so we have to follow and make good use of it.
The World Communications Day, which was first observed in 1967, is to encourage all to reflect on the opportunities and challenges that the modern means of social communication affords all. In Lagos, Adeola Komiakere, NTA News.
All roads led to Eleme Rivers State as people from all walks of life turned up to witness the final journey of a quintessential woman, late Queen Njideka Apollos Chu. Ijoma Ugwoke, who captured the funeral, reports that the royal palace of King Apollos Chu, the One-Air Ncha X, was like a pilgrim's destination for sympathizers from across the globe.
The arrival of the remains of Queen Njideka Apollos Chu, second wife of the Onechia X, and Emerokori Eleme Kingdom at the Royal Palace signaled commencement of activities for the final laying to rest of the 52-year-old queen who reportedly dedicated her life to serving God and humanity. The deceased is fondly held in esteem by the husband, who bemoans the loss of companionship of over 20 years, a daughter, co-wife, stepchildren, family, and friends. They mourned her untimely departure from earth for her selfless acts of service and for inspiring all who came across her, touching lives in different ways. At the funeral held at King Apollos Chu's court and officiated by Commonwealth Church International, Archbishop Ebenezer Onugwe exposed sympathizers to the gains of living a godly life, describing the late queen as an exemplary achiever whose role contributed to uplifting the women and vulnerable in all spheres of human endeavors.
And the only how to be a righteous man, the only how and the only way to be accepted by God is for you to open up for Jesus to come into your heart.
The remains of Queen Njideka Apollos Chu were finally lowered amidst tears from family and friends, who prayed that the Almighty God grant her soul eternal rest.
A lovely sister, a pillar to the home. In every means of description, she is the best among the rest.
She's a great auntie. She's a woman of peace, a philanthropist. Everybody loves her.
The Queen has been a very good lady, which we didn't want to miss. Today, we honor God for what he has done.
Late Queen Njideka Eugenia Apollos Chu Ni Wajide, a native of Umudim Newi, Anambra State, got married to King Apollos Chu Onechia X in the early 2000s, and the marriage was blessed with a princess, Ajuri Obari. Until her demise, Queen Njideka was a Christian, a banker who rose to the position of operations manager in EcoBank Nigeria PLC. Before she resigned to play her full role as the wife of a monarch, she was a businesswoman and a philanthropist. In Port Harcourt, Ijomu Gweke, NTA News.
Let's talk sports. Nigeria Handball Premier League set to begin in Benin City as title race in England will now drag to the final day. Details with Bade Adeleye on Sports Updates. Thank you so much, Bade, for the updates. You know, our football is just like mathematics. You win today and tomorrow it's the other way around, and I know Claire understands what I'm saying. Now, before we go, let's take a quick look at the weather picture for tomorrow, Monday.
And a warm welcome to Monday's weather forecast. We expect morning thunderstorms to the coastal parts of Akwa Ibom, Cross River, as well as Imo, Ebonyi, Taraba and Adamawa states. As we go into the afternoon and evening hours, the coastal belt of the country are expected to experience widespread thunderstorms, with some isolated thunderstorms to parts of Abia, Ebonyi, Enugu, Imo, Oyo, Ondo, Osun, Ekiti, Edo, including the Federal Capital Territory, Niger, Nasarawa, Kogi, Kaduna, Taraba, and Adamawa states. Please stand by for the air quality index and temperature forecast. I am Theodora Itum. Thank you for watching.
That's the news segment. More report with Captain Claire after the break.